Hey, how are you doing? Welcome to today's episode of Mind Your Business. I am a corporate trainer, business coach, founder of the Fabulous Woman Network, and my name is Ahmad Duncan. I host Mind Your Business, which is a weekly video podcast in which I get to share about business. Sometimes I interview other people on their experiences so that we can learn from them, so that we can create wealth and impact people. Now, on today's episode of Mind Your Business, it's a little bit different. So, I was invited by Webster University to give a presentation on career success during their open house event. This is my second time speaking on their platform. And I thought, you know what? I need to share this with my own audience. So, I asked them permission to share. So, you sit tight and enjoy this presentation. Thank you very, very much, Webster University and your team. Thank you, Dr. Felix Danso, for that presentation, and Dr. Angela Jamira. It's a pleasure for me to share a stage with you today, and all protocols observed. For the potential students who are either watching live or you'll be watching the replay on Facebook, I want to congratulate you for being on this call. You know, from what I know about Webster University, this is my second time on their platform, and I've had the opportunity to engage with some of the students. You are in good company. For you to even decide to be part of this, you know, the size of their classes, the caliber of their lecturers and faculty in general, the content, and the lecture to students ratio and all that, it's really impressive. So this is good for you. I'm really happy for you. Congratulations on making the choice. I'm sitting here thinking my daughter is in JHS, and I'm thinking as soon as she comes, she has to watch this video because we have to have a conversation about Webster. So well done. Now, a bit about me. When I was growing up, I frankly did not know what I wanted to be when I grew up, like what I would like to be. I remember as a child, I loved reading. So a few times I heard people say, oh, you should be a lawyer. So I fancied it. And I'm sure at a point someone must have said I should be a doctor as well because I was book smart. But I didn't particularly know what I wanted to be. I remember battling a lot with low self-esteem because I had a very strong poverty mindset. We lived in Komenda, which is a small town along the coast of Ghana, close to Cape Coast. And so I always thought we were poor, and because of that, I was not good enough. I thought I wasn't beautiful enough. I wasn't slim enough, and everything. On top of it, for a long time, I didn't have a boyfriend. So I always thought of myself as, oh God, I don't belong. When they call people who are making it, people who are beautiful, people who are rich and all, I didn't feel like I belonged. And so, you know, growing up, I was just, you know, all over the place, not sure what I really want to do. I had no particular focus, but thank God I was book smart. So I remember from senior high school, I did well, and I had the opportunity to go to university, and I got admission. They just gave me some courses, and I was like, okay, go do it. I didn't know what I wanted to be, so it didn't really matter what I was going to do. And then, thank God, I was given economics and psychology. So I actually did study psychology up until I finished. Like I said, no particular direction, always feeling like I wasn't good enough and I needed something. I needed to find something to validate me. And so I'll go through life like this for so long. I finished university. I traveled abroad a few times, actually more than a few times. I got a job, a really nice job. I was a manager. I got married. I had kids, you know, the life that we think is the life that should make someone happy and someone fulfilled. In spite of all these, I did not feel fulfilled. I felt like there was something missing. Here I was working as a manager. I was, doing training for my company. I had been doing it for about 8 years, but I still felt there was something missing, and I wasn't sure what it was. So anyway, I remember taking a trip to my former secondary school, which is Archbishop Potter Girls Secondary School in Takrady. And I met my former English mistress, who was now the headmistress. She couldn't remember me when she saw the face, but when I mentioned my name, she remembered me and she said, "Amma, you used to write so well. I remember you. Do you still write?" And I said, "No, I have stopped writing." But then on my way back, I kept thinking about it. I used to love writing as a child. Why did I stop writing? Why did I stop reading? Why did I? So it kept running through my head for so long. And I decided that, you know what? When I go back home, I'm going to start writing. I believe actually right on the way, I started using my phone and then I just started writing. And this jolted me back into a state that I loved, a state that I enjoyed being in, writing. And so I found that, okay, writing about women who inspired me really gingered me. I loved sharing stories about women that you would think, oh my God, there is no hope in this woman. And then the next thing you see her doing amazing things. I loved stories like that. So I started sharing stories about women. Little did I know that that was all I needed to be jolted into a ministry, I call it now. So this is how the Fabulous Woman Network started, with me just sharing stories about women, wanting to celebrate them, to use their stories to inspire other women. Note, I didn't even think that there was anything inspirational about me, myself, or anyone. It was just about other people, celebrating them because I thought they were so fabulous. And so fast forward to today, after rediscovering my first love, which was writing, well, reading and writing really, I have founded the Fabulous Woman Network, which is an international community of women who are, through business, they are creating wealth and impacting people. And I'm loving that. Now, do I know for sure what I want to be in future? Because I'm still quite long. I am not certain, but I've realized that at least I have discovered what my purpose is. It is to serve others. It's to help others to develop. Right. So that I know. I started with corporate training, which I wasn't even sure I wanted to do training, but because I enjoyed being in training rooms over a long period as I was an employee, I took that opportunity when it came up. So I started with corporate training. Soon I became a writer. Now I am doing coaching. So I definitely know that my purpose is to serve others, to help others to develop, but I don't have a full picture of what my future is going to be like, my what would you say, concrete calling. I find that I discover this as time goes on with new opportunities. I'm always discovering new things and discovering what God really wants me to do. And so for you as well watching, you young person who is looking to come to get into Webster, if you are not sure of what you want to be, you're not sure of which course to choose and all that, I just want you to know that it's okay. With time, you'll discover it. I know that some of us are born ready. We already know we want to be doctors, lawyers, pilots, teachers, and all, but it's not everyone who is like that. That is also fine. I want to tell you that even though you don't know what opportunities lie ahead, you just want to prepare. And so I'm going to share a few tips on how you can prepare, even as you're going into school, you are developing yourself, you are looking to come out and have either a career or do something for yourself, whatever it is. There are some key things that I want to encourage you to have. The first one is curiosity. Please ask questions. Pay attention to the things you are seeing around you and ask questions about them. I, as a child, I was always curious. I would always ask questions, and sometimes I even got into trouble for asking because some of the questions I asked were a bit beyond me, but I didn't know any better. And I still ask questions. It's the only way to get some doors open because there are a lot of things happening. There are a lot of opportunities that are actually great for you, but because you are not asking, somebody will just forget or overlook and then tell you about it. For instance, I love sharing this particular story about when I was in university. I was in the mass choir, and during one of our meetings, I saw someone wearing a pullover and they had written on it "Camp Joy." I was so curious. So I went over after the rehearsal. I couldn't even pay attention to the rehearsal. I just went over to her and I asked her, what does Come Join mean? And then she started by saying, oh, it's this camp in the US, da, 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 da. Listen, the minute she mentioned US, I knew I wanted to go to Come Join. It didn't matter how I was going to get there. And that's how determined I was. Thank God I was curious. That summer, it was my first time in the US working at this beautiful Come Join, and it was such a beautiful experience. At the time, I didn't even know how that was going to play into my life in future, but I find that the experiences I had in the US during Come Joy, this was a long time ago, maybe 18 or so years ago, it has been very valuable, the network and, the knowledge, and of course, being in the US and their whole culture and everything, it really helped me. And I had this experience while I was a student. So the first point, be curious. The second point I want to also say is please be willing to be mentored. So a mentor advises you, a mentor gives you sometimes even stories about themselves that help you. And with regards to mentorship, you don't necessarily have to know the person face to face. You can get mentored through books. You can attend events like these, get mentored by all these fabulous people and all. But please be open to it. Be curious to learn from these mentors, because it will go a long way for you. The things that you hear, some of these experiences that mentors have had, we don't need to have them again, like mistakes they've made. It is not necessary to make them. So just learn that, okay, they did this and consistently I hear that somebody does this and it goes wrong. Let me not do it, So please be willing to be mentored. Mentorship has been a game changer for me. I mean, the first time I made real money in business, it was because I sat at the feet of a mentor who advised me, and thank God I ran with it. And through that, I really started opening my eyes to how to make money so that we can use it to impact the world. So second point, be willing to be mentored. The third point is please volunteer, volunteer, volunteer. Recently, I was having a conversation with a lady who is around my age, and she's trying to figure out what she wants to do with her life. She's not sure. And I was like, you know what? Volunteer for a lot of different things. Because at this time, you are not sure what will really gel for you or what will really excite you. So if you hear that, say, on campus, we are going somewhere to distribute flyers, you are going. I remember when I was on campus, we used to do something called Girl at Job, where we go to the car wash and filling stations and wash cars and pump fuel and all that. And then through that, we will solicit for funds. I've even watched an aeroplane before. Like, I've done all these different things because, like I said, I wasn't sure what I wanted to be, but I wanted to explore different things. So this is what volunteering helps you to do. You get to explore some of the things you do and you'll be like, nah, this is not what I want to do. Others, you find so much interest in that. And through that, you find your own calling. Even in the workplace, I've volunteered for so many things, and through that, it has really helped me. So definitely volunteer while you're on campus and you have a lot of time on your hands. Another point, please network. Networking is really about connecting with other people. Like I see on this screen, fabulous people to network with. So these will be typically, let's say, your lecturers and all, that's great, but also network with people that are your peers and even people that you consider to be below you. Network with everyone because you never know. When I was on campus, I had this friend. He was this short guy, like we were just friends, nothing intimate or anything. But he used to annoy me with he was all over me, always talking and asking questions. I never knew that this short boy would grow up to become a big corporate giant. Now, when I need him, I have to, struggle to get for him to pay attention to me because he's now a big man. I would never have thought 18 or so years ago that this man would grow up to be this big. So you never know who you are networking with. Don't look down on anyone. Oh, he's just a cleaner or security, so I'm not going to connect with them. You never, ever know. And this is the best opportunity. Actually, for some of you, you might even end up finding your future partners and all while on campus. So really network, be nice to people, smile, be helpful, and all that. Show the good side of you because this is a great time to meet great people. And then the final thing I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, is please, you're on campus, you are young, have fun. Enjoy your time on campus. Webster University is giving you an opportunity to even go to other countries and learn from them. This is it. The exposure you're going to get, don't take it for granted. Do nice things, even apart from the academic things that you do. I remember while on campus, I learned how to dance salsa, and I love dancing. So, and it doesn't even matter whether I'm a great dancer or not. I just love it. And, this, apart from the fact that when you do something fun, it makes you happy, you also discover a lot of things about yourself. You create connections, you build lasting memories, which is priceless. It is way more priceless. I mean, you are still living life as a student. It's not like a stage you are just banking and you forget. You have to make memories. So while you're on campus, take advantage. I know Webster has all these great programs. The last time I was there, I saw that some of the students had gone on certain trips and all. Take advantage of these things. Do them. Network. You're going to be in school with people from different cultures. Learn from them. Learn about their dances, their language, whatever. You never know how valuable these are going to be in your life. So just to sum up what I've shared, I personally did not know what I wanted to be when I grew up. I'm still discovering. I know that I am called to serve people, and with each new day, I'm still discovering. So if this is you as well, it's okay. Let's keep going on this discovery journey. Now, the key things that I want you to pay attention to, among a whole lot of others, these things are also important. First one, be curious, and then be willing to be mentored. Please volunteer as much as possible, even outside of the areas you're interested in. Do volunteer. Also, network, and above all, please, you're in school, enjoy yourself. So I'd love to, follow up on your progress, see how you're doing. We can connect on LinkedIn. My name, Amma Duncan. If you just type it in LinkedIn, you'll see a bald-headed woman. That is me. Let's connect and let me know what it is that you're doing. I wish you all the very, very best. Thank you. Bye. So tell me, did you learn anything from this video? Please give me a comment in the comment section if there was something that spoke to you, if you had an aha moment, or perhaps something I should have added on to share with the students. I'll be very happy to hear from you. So please do comment. I'd love to come your way again, God willing, next week, same time, Tuesday at 12 noon GMT on YouTube. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also if you'd like to have updates of our events and activities, check the link below. I've got our Telegram info channel. Subscribe to that as well so that you can get information. Until I come your way again, bye.